Good morning, everybody. Blackhawk Jones with Carefree Camper Company here, coming at you with another van tour, and this one is pretty awesome. We have a brand new transit van with a all new layout. I've never seen anything like this before, and this is a pretty high-end conversion. Let's go check it out. So guys, starting with the base vehicle, this is a 2021 Passenger. That's correct. It's got all the windows around it, which is pretty awesome. Ford Transit 350, high roof, extended, EcoBoost, dually, as well as this is the XLT model, so it has the painted bumpers, the projector LED lights, heated leather seats. This thing is the Cadillac of vans, even though it's made by Ford. This thing is awesome. I really love the paint match bumpers. This is the first time I've ever seen that. It's got the LED fog lights. We have the stainless rims. Couple things that we did ourselves. We got the running boards on there, driver and passenger side, as well as this thing comes with the automatic running board on the slider door. I really love the passenger vans. I love the look of all the glass, as well as being on the inside, being able to see everything, see the Tetons, see Yellowstone, the Great Smoky Mountains. It's pretty awesome. This van is pretty packed underneath the chassis, so a lot of the work was done by the customer himself, but then we kind of wrapped everything up and finished it off for him. One of the coolest things is this thing has a black tank with a macerator pump, and the cool solution, he's an engineer, by the way, for the auto industry. The cool solution that he has for this thing is, where do I put my black hose? On a Class B like this, there's not really a lot of exterior storage, so he came up with his own storage. The first one was made out of wood, but we refined it a little bit with an aluminum one. That is on a electric linear actuator, and that is just a stainless steel box that is holding the black water hose. That thing's really awesome, keeps the interior of the van clean, and then you're not having to deal with picking that thing up, unhooking it, all that gross stuff. In, out, and then out of sight. Pretty awesome. Coming around to the back side, guys, we have all of his hookups. We have his freshwater hookup. We have his smart plug. We have the cable TV hookup for when he's staying at the RV parks. This is where the real magic happens, and it's pretty amazing in there. Let's go check it out. I tell you what, guys, this cab area is pretty amazing. So like I said, we got the heated leather seats. We got the leather wrapped steering wheel. We got the navigation and audio information center. That thing's touchscreen. That's super awesome. This thing has the automatic headlights. Oh God, it's got everything that you need. One of the cool things that we did with the build was we retained the factory rear heat and AC unit, and you're gonna see how we were able to do that and make it look pretty nice. Out of all the Ford Transits I've ever been in, this is just so, finished. Come on the inside, guys. This is where the really cool stuff starts. One thing that you're going to see on the driver's side here is these two chairs. These are electric recliners. They have the DOT rated seat belts on there, as well as what we did is they are actually mounted to a custom plate and custom L-track attachment sliders. So underneath these seats are two big long L-tracks, and then what happens is you can actually undo one of the seats, put them over here in these pockets, and then you can actually have a different position or travel mode essentially of the two recliners. So this thing can seat 4 people in travel mode as well as in camper mode. That was a challenging part of the build because everything had to work in this position, be able to rotate, be able to work. Seat belts had to be the perfect length. It was fun though. It's the first time we ever did that, and it was a really great addition to the vehicle. Continuing on the driver's side, let's start over here. We have the Dometic Penguin AC. We got the S-Bar heater, and then this is the remote for the Dometic awning. One of the focal points of this van is this awesome Corian countertop. We have this custom made. It's got the custom backsplash, custom sink cover to reveal your huge stainless steel sink in there.
Put a week's worth of dishes in here.
We got the stainless steel pull down faucet, gotta have that, as well as we have this cool add-on USB outlet up to 120 volt outlets. That thing's really cool. It keeps everything else clean, as well as it gives you a lot more electrical options when you're needing them. Underneath that beautiful Corian countertop, we have a Nova Cool fridge. This thing is humongous, as well as it is stainless steel. Underneath the sink, guys, this is where we have our induction cooktop storage. We have our smoke alarm, our fire extinguishers, as well as plenty more storage. Underneath that is a access panel for the diesel heater. We really engineered everything in here to be nice and tight and maximize as much space as possible. Above the kitchen, we have multiple cabinets with adjustable shelves, and then we have this really nice stainless steel microwave, keeping the cooking options as plentiful as we can. Above the microwave, you're going to notice this vent outlet. So when we said we retained the factory AC and heat, it is still back there. And then normally these are in the headliner, but we cut the headliner out to attach this cabinet. So then now we have these vents sticking out there. Our craftsmen did a really nice job with forming the crown molding around those vents and really making it look custom. That turned out really amazing. Next to the kitchen area, we have a floor to ceiling closet. We got an upper cabinet storage. We got hanging storage down here, as well as we retained part of the window. That way you have that natural light coming in so you can see all of your wardrobe nicely. Under that, we have a drawer for storage. Big and deep, a lot more storage solutions. Underneath that is another access panel for the vent of the diesel S-bar heater. Continuing back, we have a dry bath, so there's no shower in here, just a water toilet. That is correct. It's a flushable toilet in a van with some pretty amazing barn doors. So we have the Dometic flushing toilet, as well as we have this beautiful marble vinyl tile that we put in here, lightweight and elegant. And then the other cool thing is we have even more storage. And then when you're needing some privacy, the custom barn doors just close right up and lock into place. Coming back to the passenger side of the van, we have another floor to ceiling closet, storage upon storage in here. This guy was custom made, so this is going to hold a couple of his rifles, as well as some longer items, chairs, stuff like that. Underneath that is the electrical system. In there we have our Xantrax inverter, our huge 300 amp hour lithium battery, all of the necessary stuff for this thing to be off-grid while they're traveling, as well as a very high-end products used in that. Continuing on the passenger side here, more upper storage, adjustable shelves, gas struts, hidden hinges, all the good stuff, guys. This van, they did not cut any corners. This thing is completely custom and high-end. So this whole van is made for them to travel from Detroit down here to Arizona. So they're not camping in it that much, but they did want to have options if they stop somewhere to take a nap or rest. So this thing right here is actually a bed, and it's actually not one bed, but it's two. So he actually designed the whole setup, and then we came in and covered it with wood and kind of gave it that finishing touch. So what we got going on here is the top will lift up, and then there's this push button latch over here that'll hold the top for us, and there's an interior lock. So we got the first bed down, but then where does him or his wife sleep? So underneath that awesome double bed, we have shoe storage, as well as over here is where the big 300 amp hour lithium battery is. Underneath there, everything is accessible. All the panels are removable, so you can deconstruct the thing to get to the batteries. Wrapping around the whole van, we have these really nice cellular shades. They're locking down and up, so complete blackout and insulating. And then to raise them up, all you have to do is press the button and they go right up out of the way. Super nice. So with the upper storage, we have two cabinets here that work together. So on this one, we have a DVD player. I'll show you what that's hooked to in 1 second. And then over here is our electrical cabinet. So with this, we have our tank monitoring system, we have our power control system, we have the on and off switch for the Xantrax, we have the over the cab lights, as well as a master light switch. So when we turn that on, it's going to turn on our LED lights over the top, as well as some under cabinet lighting. Finishing up the passenger side, guys. So this is the entry door. You're going to notice we walled it off a little bit and square the opening up for this awesome custom screen door. So this is really nice. It's sturdy, as well as opening and closing it's really nice. So it's a little better of an option than the roll up or zipper doors that fit on the slider. It does take up a little bit of space, but they do get more storage, as well as the seat goes there in travel mode. So having that little wall section doesn't really inhabit their build that much. And then you're wondering, what is that DVD player hooked up to? Let me just reach up into my magic wall section here.
Oh.
And we are going to have the televator. So that is dropping down out of the headliner. It is sitting right across from the seating area. And then that's hooked up to your DVD player, your cable TV when you're sitting in the park. That thing's pretty awesome. That was designed by the owner himself. We refined it a little bit and finished out the opening. That thing's pretty sweet though. So we're gonna look up at the ceiling real quick, guys. We have some LED auxiliary lighting here and there. We have 2 max air fans, as well as you'll see that we color matched all the white trim parts to kind of hide them in the ceiling. We have the Dometic skylight, which this thing is pretty awesome. And then behind that we have the Dometic Penguin, and then behind that is another max air fan. As well as we have the TV antenna upstairs, as well as 400 watts of solar. There's not a lot of room left on that roof. That's everything on the inside. Let's go take a look at the back and see what else we've done back there. So we're in the back, guys. This is behind the shower area. So one thing that we did is we have our custom screen that we made. That way he can be out here doing all of his utility type works, draining the tanks, filling with water, and no bugs will be getting inside. This is an actual storage space for his golf club, so this will be able to fit 2 of his clubs, as well as it houses all the cords, hoses, and cables for hooking this bad boy up. Other thing to take note of, he has an outdoor shower that's hooked up to the water heater. We have some access panels in here to access some of the switches. And one of the cool things that was his idea, so because this kind of limits the driver's side rear door here and it kind of becomes obsolete, we're going to use that as more storage. So with this guy, he's going to have a lot more storage for tools and parts and things like that, to a space that is almost obsolete otherwise. That wraps up that tour, guys. This thing is pretty amazing. Let me know what your favorite feature was down in the comments. I think mine was those awesome seats that have 2 positions and recline. But let me know what you guys think, as well as if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have some really cool builds coming out. Some are as cool as this, some are even cooler. If you guys are interested in a van build, please check our website down below. We can help you out with anything, as well as we just secured financing for your build. So if you've always wanted to live the van life, we can now help you with that. So thank you guys. Make sure you hit the like button, and we'll catch you on the next one. I can't see.
Sounds like a you problem.
B5. Okay.